Hi, Assalamu alaikum. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, you are audible.
All right. All right. In that case, I think I'll start because there are already people waiting. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, that's good. Thanks for attending today's session on behalf of Abacus Consulting. I would like to thank each one of you for taking your valuable time out to attend this session today. I am Imran Rahmani, the sales head at Abacus Consulting, LAS. Basically, a few people could have anticipated the impact that COVID-19 pandemic is having on us. As we are settling into this new reality, with the majority of companies working from home actually at the moment, the transition to complete the remote working left the business leaders actually worried about the impact this would have on their organizations. However, surprisingly, many have been left surprised actually to by how smooth the transition from the office to the remote has been. Many of the employees that were completely reliant on the office are now successfully working remotely and are considering it as a part of their future plans as well. A lot of offices are also actually considering a part of their future plans. So let's see how we deal with it. So, what will be the impact on the future? What are the challenges that will be posed to the HR? Like some of the key challenges we can think of, which is there for the HR people, is mental health and well being of the people, managing remote work, lack of agility, employee communication, uncertainty, and obviously employee engagement as well. Abacus Consulting, as you may be aware, is one of the largest SAP partners in Pakistan. Abacus has been in the consulting business for more than 30 years. Very short intro, actually. I won't be taking much of your time because I know you are waiting to hear Haris Mirza. So, very short intro just to let you know what we are into, and then I'll hand over to Haris. So, although Abacus is one of the largest SAP partners, it's not just about SAP. We have 12 different practices. SAP LS is just one of them. Besides this, we are also into digital transformation solutions, cloud and emerging technologies, human capital solutions, strategy and corporate finance, business process outsourcing, human capital solutions, and of course, human resource outsourcing as well. In Abacus LAS, there is large account services. We sell and implement SAP all-in-one. That is SAP S/4HANA as you know it today. That's the latest version. Besides this, our focus is now also tilted towards emerging cloud technologies like Ariba, SuccessFactors, which we'll be discussing today, SAP Analytics Cloud, Integrated Business Planning, CX, etc. We have 2,500 plus people in our team, and we have more than 10 offices in 5 countries, namely UAE, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, United Kingdom. We recently opened an office in US, and of course, we are spread across Pakistan as well. We have customers in the Middle East, in Africa, in Europe, and of course, Pakistan again, across various industries like DESCOs, oil and gas, FMCG, pharmaceutical, education, etc. Basically, we have planned a series of webinars in this month on various SAP products like Ariba, the session we had last week. SuccessFactors today is one of the first of the two SuccessFactors session that we are going to have. IBP is coming up on 7th. TRM is going to be there, and SEC is also going to be there on 9th, I believe. We'll confirm the date to you as well. So as I said, today is the first of the two webinars we planned for SuccessFactors. We will be focusing on SuccessFactors performance, goals, and compensation management today. And the next session will be held in the mid of this month somewhat. I think around 14th or something will be the date. We will be sharing the registration link for that with you as well shortly. I would also like to take an opportunity to inform you of our upcoming integrated business planning session. That's the next one coming up. That's why I'm focusing on that as well. Anyone in your organization would be interested in IBP, please just inform them that the session is on December 7th, 2020. It's about sales and operations planning. So coming back to today's Success Factors session, I would like to introduce Mr. Haris Raza, our Success Factors lead and a veteran industry consultant. He will be sharing his experience in talking about how in today's changing environment, the companies now more than ever need to be agile and able to support a mobile, diverse workforce, and how SAP SuccessFactors supports an agile business and align companies' goals and objectives with individual employees. Haris will be supported by Fawad Arain. Fawad is a certified SuccessFactors consultant. I think he has 8 certifications in SuccessFactors, including Employee Central, PMGM, and of course, compensation management as well. I once again thank all of you for taking time out to attend this session today. I can assure you that the next 55 minutes will be very captivating for you in terms of enhancing knowledge about SAP SuccessFactors. Over to you, Haris. Can you hear me, Haris?
Yes, Imran, I can hear you. Am I audible?
Yes, Haris, you are audible to me.
Okay. My question to all the attendees, am I audible to you? So kindly raise your hands. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So as my colleague Imran already told you that this webinar is about success factor, and especially we'll look into it. How can we handle our workforce and performance and goal management and compensation management within these pandemic and this agile world? And as we all know, that world is already changes dynamics and still doing it. So uh, myself and Fawad Ahmad will be the presenter here. So this will be the agenda of today's webinar. First, we'll discuss our current performance review and processes and their issues, things that we need to achieve from our performance review process and recommended approach from our side and from SAP SuccessFactor as well. Then we'll show you the whole process and the system of success factors and reward solution, including performance and goals management and compensation management. Then we'll show you our package, and last but not the least, question and answers. Many of you have gone through this type of news that we should rethink about the performance management, that this performance management is not giving us results, and things like that, that this process is entire pointless, and especially during this COVID era that we are living in. People are talking about this. There's few articles where people are discussing about it and why it is like that. Let's discuss this thing first. What is the current approach? The current approach, uh, in current approach, we have a timing. We have a fixed timing in a year. We have a fixed start time, and we do have a fixed start end time. As HR professionals, our HR will start this process, this performance review process, in sometimes in January and then December, and sometimes we start in July and ends in June. Because it's easy to close the performance and review process with the financial year or the fiscal year. So it is a fixed time, and the frequency is mostly annual. We review it once in mid-year. We call it mid-year review, and it should not be once in a year, because we work throughout the year. And why it is like that, we work throughout the year and we evaluate it only once in a year, that people uh, actually look into it, that my manager look into it, that how much I worked in past year. So this is a backward oriented approach we have in our current practices in our organizations. We have a backward oriented approach, that instead of forward oriented one, we have a backward oriented. We don't look forward in our performance review and goal management process. We always look what that person has achieved in last year, instead of what he should do in next year. So uh, and we always and most of the time, there's a single point. Our direct reporting manager is a single assessor. Most of the time it's like manager who is assess me, but this is not in the real case scenario. We work in different group of people. We work with different departments, especially in IT, HR. Those departments, they throughout the year they collaborate with other departments, with other managers. So why it is like only one single manager is going to assess me, especially in the large organizations, where the manager might be in different part of world. And this COVID era where we are we are doing the work from home and things like that. So, and sometimes it happens that manager says, okay bhai, kiya kya tha sara saal tumne. He actually forgets it. It's a person has started working. He really put his nice efforts in the month of February and in the March, and the year gone. And in the month of December, he says that okay, bhai, kiya kya tha tumne sari umar. So that is like uh, all the efforts are gone. So this is what happens most of the time. Yes, and we put so much time in calibration efforts. Uh, and we make small groups and we give it to the managers. Okay, you calibrate it for your employees, instead of uh, putting efforts on evaluating performance itself. We put so much effort on the calibrating to make our bell curve, to achieve our bell curve, things like that. We recommended it that make a bigger group of the people and do not put so much efforts on calibration itself. So then these questions actually raise that, does your performance review drives value? This is a survey conducted by Deloitte University, and as you can see that more than 80% of the participants, they actually either reviewed their or updated their performance review process in the past 18 months, or currently they are evaluating, or they are planning to review in the next 18 months. So what is going on? Like every four, more than, in fact, it's more than 80%. Every 4 out of 5, they are actually changing their performance review process. So what they are thinking of it, what they are doing. When we asked them, we got an answer. Okay, we are making it short. We want so the process will be took less efforts. So and will not take no so much time. So in my opinion, yes, this is some kind of right approach, that okay, this process, if this process is not giving you so much outcome, do not invest so much time on it. And when the same audience, it is like so many participants, and all those participants are the HR executives, ask these questions, that does your driving are you driving business value from this performance and review process? Are you driving feedback and development through performance review process? Are you driving engaging in high performance, or demonstrating performance process as an effective use of time? As you can see that more than 90% of them, they actually answer that it's a weak or adequate. So what is the problem? And again, the same question to me, my audience, that is your performance review process give you a real value, especially in today's era where we are living right now. World has already changed its dynamics. But again, here I'll gonna quote this. Winston Churchill says once, it has been said that democracy is the worst form of government except all the others that has been tried. So that same thing applies on the performance and review process. So let's not kill performance evaluation yet. As per Harvard Business Review, uh, the thing is the performance and review process, whatever the other things has been trying so far, this is the best one. So what should be the objectives of a true performance review? We have to look into it, right? And then we will see how can we achieve it. The true objectives of performance and review process should be that every person should work in the right direction on right things in given time, especially in these rapidly changing times. We have seen that in past few months that our approach of working is changed. It's not only changed once, it's changed many times. We started work from home, then we said okay, come on office, then we said okay, go back home, and there's a lockdown thing, then change the approach of working. And not only the approach of working, the approach of business, of doing business is changing right now. Everything is changed. People are now more towards online things instead of going into the malls, and so many things are going on right now, honestly. So every person should work in the right direction on right things in given time. This is very important in a given time. That if I give you a task for to complete in 1 month or in 2 months time, you have to finish on it. And I should not review it in the end of the year and something like that. Every person work in effective, professional, efficient way and constantly improvement. The first point is uh, what should work, and second point is how we should work. Organizations should constantly identify outstanding performers and low performers. So it is like it's a constant process. In our opinion, that performance review is an is a constant process that should run throughout the year, not in the starts in the start of the year and ends in the end of the year. And the end of the year, most of the manager will forget what he has done, or if the manager is transferred or the new manager comes in, he don't even know. And the employee came to him that okay, this is what we have achieved and this is what I have done in past year. Then manager says, bhai kaun ho aap? I don't even know you. I'm just new person here, and things like that. It should not be done. So organizations should differentiate compensation and recognition based on performance review. The compensation is important part, but recognition is also important. We should recognize who is outstanding performer, who is low performer, and we should tell them. We should constantly tell our employees, our outstanding performers, to keep their morale up, especially in these times, as we need it the most now. That keep your morale high, um, and keep working hard and things like that. And there's one more thing that I have heard in some of the WhatsApp groups someone sent me, that manager says that okay, you have worked hard but you have choose a wrong year. No, this is not about this year. Now world has changed. Honestly, the world has changed. That will the change what we are looking and we are living it right now, that is a constant. So we should identify development and growth opportunity based on gaps. And where we can find those gaps, we can find those gaps from the job roles. the job they are performing and how they should perform. My first 2 points: what they should perform and how they should perform these gaps. In other words, their personal development, their personal goals, the development and performance, both goals, gaps in both things. So how can we achieve it? So we have to make this performance and review forms and the process, make it short. Don't push for too many goals. Don't push it like uh, you need to achieve 25 or 50 goals this year. I mean, this is inhuman. Goals should be smart. Smart means specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and should be time bound. Okay, few goals can be qualitative, but more than 90%, the goals should be quantitative in our approach. And reduce the forms and make it frequent. Don't make so big forms. Don't make big forms so people invest their like a week and so just to fill it up. And make it frequent. Make it simple, make it short, and make it frequent. It's as I said earlier, the performance and review process, it's a constant process. It should not start and end, the start of the year, end of the year. The forms only open and start, and in the end, in the time between, no one's actually opened it. Don't spend too much time on bell curve. I know the bell curve, the HR people, they really love bell curve. Um, but do not spend so much time on bell curve. Spend time on evaluating people itself, on their performance itself. Let's see how can we achieve it through our software. Let's start with the goal management. In the goal management, we have a library of more than 500 ready to use goals. How the goals are arranged and how can this, I will show you in my upcoming screens. It's a total mobile based solution. We do weekend goal show, and these are just the highlights. Let's see in 60 seconds. Well, this is the 60-second video for what we can do in performance review management. I'd like to go in a detail. Like I said earlier, that goals should be smart. So in success factors, goal management, it gives us privilege to uh, categorize our goal or measure our goal. You can say that this should be specific. It helps us to be our goal specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and should be time bound. And this is how we can create goal. We can create a personal goal. We can choose our goal from the goal library. We can create group goals for the group of employees specific to any division, department, or any area. This is a screenshot of our goal library. That goal library uh, is really very important thing, because some of the time, I must say the most of the time, people have so many ideas in their mind. They want to put it as a goal, but they don't have a right words to choose. They don't know what is the right metric for that goal and things like that. So we do have more than 500 goal library in SAP SuccessFactors. And in that goal library that is very well aligned and very well arranged as per the functions and departments, you can say that under the, like for example, under the HR, I do have compensation and benefit, the payroll, people orientation, things like that. We do have all these departments, sub department, and we do have their relevant goals in that. Okay, exactly, if that same goal will not exactly is not the same goal that you want to achieve or you want to put, you can uh, choose any nearby and change the wordings and things like that. And as you can see, the achieve dash percentage, you can push any percentage and amount and things like that. So it is a very easy tool to select your goals. And once you select your goal, that will be actual goal screen, your goal name, your metric, weight, start time, day, due time, completion percentage, and things like that. And again, this goal form on this goal screen is total customizable. Is I must say is not configurable. We can customize it, but within the guidelines, within the given guidelines and the best practices. And yes, we can change the, we can rename the things, like instead of metric, you said we use in our organization, we use some other term with the start date, end date, or due date, or completion weight. We have we are using some other terms. Okay, fields will be the same, but it can be renamed easily, and we can also add some custom fields in it. Once we add our goals, we can cascade our goals, we can mass assign, we can do so many things that we can do with our goals. Uh, let's start with the hybrid approach. What is the hybrid approach? As we all know that Adobe is a software company, and from last 5 years back, they have done a research, and they're so proud of this research, and they put it on their website, adobe.com/check-in, and they call it check-in. So they started like three things. They said three things: expectation, feedback, and development. And they actually said that why they have put this process and why they changed this process, because they were like everybody, they were fed of their current performance and review process. So they redesigned their process, and they in place this check-in, that in either side, that the manager or employee, they can start this check-in in any point of time in the year, the expectation, feedback, and development, and from any point, in other words, that any time in a year, and from any point, expectation, feedback, and development, a manager can start his feedback any point of time in a year, or the employee can start it. Why I'm saying this now? You can say that okay, why I'm saying that this research and this paper or this practice was implemented 5 years back. The reason is this: COVID-19. In this environment, you may need more frequent, smaller evaluations, such as semi-annual or quarterly check-ins. These check-ins are really important nowadays. We need a real feedback, a, a real-time feedback, what people are doing right now at their home and their jobs, because most of us, we are working from home right now. And this is Harvard Business Review says is after the pandemic, as we know that most of our organizations, most of the companies here in the region, they are going on the traditional approach, and very few of them are going on the continuous or frequently uh, that performance review approach. What we recommend, that go for the hybrid one, the combination of the traditional and continuously uh, performance review thing. So make it hybrid. And how can we do it? How can we achieve it? Let's see this through our continuous performance management module. In SAP SuccessFactor, we do have an approach called CPM, continuous performance management. In this module, or in this continuous performance management, we record our activities an achievement, we can track them, we can constantly coaching. The managers can coach their reportees, or uh, the employees can take the feedbacks, they can assign their uh, identify their activities, and they can record their achievements. Let's see.
Business is happening faster than ever. And for most organizations, managing performance can no longer be a once a year event. You need to provide continuous feedback and coaching so your employees stay engaged and focused and perform at their best. We can help. SAP SuccessFactors Performance and Goals brings together employees and managers so they can easily discuss, engage, and align on the best ways to achieve high performance and meet their goals. Employees can track and prioritize their activities, ensuring they align to goals, and use them to guide high-quality performance conversations with their managers. Managers can provide meaningful feedback and coaching so employees understand the value they bring to the organization and how to improve further. And achievements are summarized so managers can track employee progress and employees can review their accomplishments at year-end when it's time for their performance review. As part of SAP SuccessFactors Performance and Goals, you can use these continuous performance management capabilities independently or together with your more formal goal management and performance assessments. Only SAP SuccessFactors provides a comprehensive and flexible solution that accurately evaluates past performance and improves future performance. Get started today with SAP SuccessFactors Performance and Goals and create an agile, aligned, and high-performing workforce for better business results.
So this is our continuous performance management module. As you can see, these are the mobile screens. People can, your employee, your managers can easily get their feedback, record their activities, record their achievement, and they can link it, and they can also capture meeting with their managers. In those days, they can capture meeting either on Zoom, they can capture meeting either on Teams or whatever, and face to face, obviously, with the mask wearing, if they are wearing a mask. So, uh, as you can see, the Jade Baker, this is all the mobile screens, right? And this is highly connected with the mobile. We do have a separate mobile app for the SAP SuccessFactors, and it's totally integrated. And this is my actual screen. In fact, a manager can see on the single screen whatever their teams have, whatever the activities they have, what are the achievements they got, what are the feedbacks they have given, and things like that. And he can also give feedback and capture meeting, right? And sorry for this, hello time 07 and 10. These are the my during testing I created those employees. Uh, so this is a manager view that he can see the achievements of Anya Singh, whatever, and Anya Singh actually she can link their achievements with their goals, and she can there's some kind of achievements that uh, she can done, and but she can achieve, but without any goals. For example, if she has cooperate with some other department to arrange some events and things like that, and she can ask for the feedback, like two feedbacks already given. Let's move on the performance management itself. The performance management, we do have a PMV12 template. It's a very latest one. And we do have a writing assistant, coaching advisor, in that performance forms itself, team data enable, team overview page, art for feedback, legal scans. There's so many things in the performance management process. Let's see.
Every organization wants to connect their people to their purpose, so they always stay motivated to perform at their best. Yet traditional performance management often leaves employees disconnected and disengaged. How can you empower and engage your people to drive bigger business impact? With SAP SuccessFactors performance and goals, you can ignite passion and performance by providing employees the ongoing guidance and direction they need. You can easily set employee goals and align them with team and company objectives by creating goals with the Smart Goal Wizard, cascading goals, and ensuring goal-linked activities stay on track throughout the year, so you can keep your workforce constantly focused on the right business objectives. Provide employees ongoing direction to continuously improve their performance through facilitating informal check-ins that increase managers' visibility into goal progress and achievements, and fostering simple feedback and coaching at any time so employees get the guidance they need when they need it. Engage employees with meaningful performance evaluations by conducting formal assessments that ensure fairness, accuracy, and legal compliance. Pulling in employee achievements and feedback. Also, visually comparing your team's performance based on competencies, so you can effectively evaluate and reward their contributions. Ensure objective decisions are made when identifying top performers by providing managers with a balanced view of their team's performance and presenting visual and intuitive employee comparisons that are free of unconscious bias, so you can simplify rating and pay decisions. With SAP SuccessFactors performance and goals, you can support any performance approach based on your unique culture. And when used with the entire SAP SuccessFactors HCM suite and other SAP solutions for the intelligent enterprise, you transform workforce experiences and deliver better business results.
And yes, you can achieve any kind of business process of performance management, whatever your organization have, but again, within the given guidelines and the best practices. So this is the actual performance form that we have in our system. And it is not like that it's a demo system, it's a very jazzy one. You will not gonna get this. Like the most of the salespeople, they show you the jazzy part of their product. And once you get the product, it is a totally different thing, what they have shown earlier. But yes, this is the actual server and this is the actual screenshots that you will get it. If I talk about the mobile, if I talk about the screens, yes, they are the actual ones. There's so many things, there are tons of information, a lot of information in this form. As you can see, that overall score is going on. This is the route map, we call it route map of route map. You can say this as a workflow. We can put goals, we have already put 50% of the weightage on the goals. And the thing is achievement, the same achievement that employee has uh, achieved in past year, might be a 5, 10, 15 achievements, they can be reflected on their performance and evaluation format to better get for better evaluation. As you can see that we have a route map here. That route map is totally customizable as per your business need and requirements. These are the goals. You can have whatever the goals the employee has selected, they can add and change, and percentage of the goal, and manager and employee both, or any one of it, or both, what it depends on the business process. They can rate themselves on their goals, their role specific competencies. These competencies came from the job they are actually performing, the competencies of the salesperson and competencies for the person working in a production house. They are different, definitely, or they should evaluate based on their competencies, their job role. And again, this is a writing assistant. It's really good. I've really found it very, very helpful. The people, they really don't know how to express themselves. That if they want to say that, okay, improve your competency, then they can choose any of the line. They said, okay, meet and exceed, what type of, then they can describe the behavior and give advice, and okay, read this book and watch that movie to get to improve yourself in that particular competency. This is a really good tool, writing assistant. And this is a performance review. It's another manager view that he or she can see all of their employees and at what stage their form are, and they can see all their, there's another manager view, another view of the manager, for the manager, that they can see their employees as per their competencies. There's, as you can see on the left side of the screen, there's the competencies here, uh, and employees, and on the X and Y axis this divided. And this is all from the performance management. So if in a nutshell, we started from the goal management and the continuous performance management, we throughout actually see what we monitor, what employee and my team has achieved and how they are achieving. I'm constantly looking into it, how they are achieving their goal. And at the end of the year, I collectively, for throughout the year, the complete year's performance, and then I review it. And again, if my manager change, if I am changed, I can send this form to the previous manager and things like that. So many things that we can do, and in this very short amount of time I cannot explain all these. So let's move on the 360 degree performance reviews. That I've seen in my experience that 360-degree review, performance reviews form, uh, most of the organization, they use it for the personal development and training needs and things like that. Same like the performance management, it has a route map. We can raters, identify the raters, and raters is not necessary from your organization. It can be your peers from the different departments, from your same department, your manager, your subordinate, and it can be the external vendor. That link can be sent to the external vendor, and that external vendor can be evaluate you or the work you have done. Okay, so, and sometimes organization use it to identify a potential and uh, for development and training needs. So these are the actual ratings, the competency, job specific ratings. You can have a competencies in the core competencies and the job specific competencies, and you or your peers and your external vendor can rate it based on that, and you can have overall average ratings. Let's move on the calibration. Like I said earlier, do not put so much efforts on the calibration. Just we recommend that make a larger group and apply your bell curve on it. So these are the calibration views, dashboards. We can see the performance rating here in the x-axis and y-axis. We do have compare ratio and performance. This is a list view for my employees for the calibration. Again, the performance view, pay into performance, potential performance into and potential view, and the icons you see, these are totally customizable, and it's very easy. It's a mouse playing, drag and drop calibration. You can do it, and system will also give you a recommendation that that according to your bell curve guidelines, you have exceed 6 employees or 7 employees, and again, yes, you can eliminate the biasness. Let's move on the compensation and reward process. That after completion of your performance, you should go on the compensation and reward. And again, compensation and reward is not only for the giving money, it's all again for the retention of your top performers and recognize them. Recognition is very important part here. And we do have 3 parts of the in compensation management: compensation planning, where we actually plan our pay for performance culture, and it's a very ideal view for planning. and real-time budget insights. You can have in compensation design, we put our guidelines against our budgeting, and especially in these times, in our limited resources we do have nowadays. Within that resources, we can budget our, we can have a modeling, we can create our scenarios, we can do it and see the impact that before launching a compensation itself, we can design it. And I must say that this compensation design is not only give you automation, is not only give you integration, it is a strategic tool. It is really a strategic tool for your organization, and reward and recognition, it gives you instant recognition messages, spot bonuses program. This is the actual compensation sheet. In fact, let's see.
Every organization wants to attract and retain top talent to improve their business results. But delivering compensation programs that engage employees and align to key business objectives isn't always easy. With SAP SuccessFactors compensation, you can deliver employee rewards that motivate your workforce and drive your organization's performance. You can motivate your employees and keep them working on what matters most by instantly recognizing and rewarding their outstanding achievements, and linking rewards to specific accomplishments, so you can provide meaningful rewards that ignite employee performance. Ensure employees understand their compensation package by giving them ready access to their compensation details and providing compensation statements that show the value of their total rewards package, so employees feel valued and continue to perform at their best. Ensure fair and equitable compensation that drives employee performance by giving managers simple ways to plan and adjust total cash compensation in line with corporate guidelines, providing instant access to powerful insights to influence and guide better decisions, leveraging data from throughout the SAP SuccessFactors HCM suite for more holistic planning, and calibrating pay decisions within and across departments and divisions, so you can ensure consistent execution of compensation strategies across your organization. Improve the return on your total compensation investment by simulating different budget scenarios to determine the optimal compensation model to meet your evolving business needs. Leveraging intelligent recommendations to bring compensation guidelines in line with budgets. And running bonus forecasts throughout the year to improve financial planning, so you can keep compensation plans aligned with your financial and HR objectives. With SAP SuccessFactors compensation, you build strategic compensation programs that motivate your employees and fuel your organization's performance. And when used with the entire SAP SuccessFactors HCM suite and other SAP solutions for the intelligent enterprise, you transform workforce experiences and deliver better business results.
So this is our compensation management. This is the actual sheet of our compensation management. Let me tell you that this sheet has tons of information that as you can see that we do have here with the name, the information card. In this information card, you can have the complete history of that employee. You can have a compare ratio, a current compare ratio, previous compare ratio, market pay information, merit guidelines, their restrictions, the spot bonuses, variable pay amount, so many country specific adjustments. And then again, the sheet will give you final salary and what is the impact of compare ratio, what will be the range penetration, the tons of, literally tons of information in this simple, in just one sheet. That's one more thing, that working on this sheet, launching on this sheet, this is very, very user friendly. SAP designed this sheet to keep in view, to keep in mind that compensation planner don't do this activity only once or twice a year. It's so easy. It's a self-explanatory. Just go there and click here and things like that, and that guidelines will apply. So if anybody can use Facebook, in my opinion, they can also use this. It's really easy. So in the real time, they can see whatever the metrics they are applying, whatever the amounts they are putting in. In the real time, they can see the impact on the budget, the real-time dashboards they can have here on the one single screen. Your compensation planner will have so many things in a single screen, and a real-time impact on the budget, on the, as you can see, the range penetration and compa ratio. We do have a pay performance metrics and the merit increase, performance distribution, all the things. And this is again the approval. We call it route map. In a journal language, we can say that it's a workflow. The compensation planner do their planning, and then they can send for the approval for their boss, and for the final review they can review the sheet and then send it back, make some correction and things like that. Whatever your process is, this is highly configurable. You can configure it as per your need. This is again the market pay information. You could put it like external surveys, your internal equity, you can maintain it here. And final salaries, what is the final compa ratio for that employee after the increment and before increment. You can make the adjustments and things like that. And this is a summary sheet that in every organization they actually loved it. At the end of it, at the end of compensation, they want this summary sheet, so just one click away. You can configure here their equity, variable pay, your salaries, your spot bonuses, so many things in just one screen. And here it is again, the planning part, the modeling part. You can create so as many scenarios as you want, and you can see that, okay, if I give 2% increment, if I give 3% increment, what is the spot bonuses if I give this thing, what will be the impact on the budget. You are not, before even launching an actual sheet, you are having the different kind of simulation and check the impact. And the best part of it, the system will give you intelligent solution guidelines that, okay, you, if you increase your A to 0.25%, 0.25, then your budget will be you will meet your target and things like that. This is the best part. As you can see, the recommendation that system gives you, that is amazing. In fact, if increase the field value is, 3 and 3 guidelines, that 8.19%, then you can then after adjusting this, you will achieve your target. So I will give the stage to Mr. Fawad, my colleague. Fawad, the stage is yours now.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum to all of you. Hope you are staying positive and testing negative in this COVID situation. Let me share my screen with you all. Hayasbhai, can you please turn off your screen, please?
Yeah, Fawad, your screen is
Perfect. Yes, attendees, how many attendees we have? Yes. So how are you all? Kindly raise your hand if I'm audible at your side. Yes, say hello in chat. All the persons are with me. So these are the, so let's continue. These are the implementations, some of the implementations we have made in Pakistan and in Gulf region. So we have a very good experience of having a very good insight of Pakistan market and Gulf market regarding the best practices and the SF challenges we faced in our local market. So let's discuss some case studies so you can have a good idea that what challenges we face and how we can help you out to run in this pandemic situation. First of all, I'll discuss the Descon. Descon is one of the very well-known name in Pakistani market. यहाँ पे जब हम लोगों ने शुरू में इम्प्लीमेंट किया था तो यहाँ पे बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस हम फेस कर रहे थे। सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज ये था कि यहाँ पे जो सैलरीज थी बहुत ज़्यादा इनकंसिस्टेंट थी, कंपर रेशियोज बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्टर्ब थे, यहाँ पे सेम ग्रेड के लोग डिफरेंट डिफरेंट सैलरीज दे रहे थे। सो Abacus HR advisory ने इनिशिएट किया, देन SAP Success with the help of SAP Successfactors they have a one platform जहाँ पे वो लोग अपनी परफॉर्मेंस करते थे, वही रेटिंग जो है आपकी कॉम्पनसेशन में जाती थी। देन फर्दर वो फिर लर्निंग और सक्सेशन मॉड्यूल भी यूज कर रहे थे और वहीं पे वो डेटा जो है वो यूज होता था। सो दे हैव अ वन सोर्स ऑफ ट्रुथ टू मैनेज द कंप्लीट इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ देयर ह्यूमन रिसोर्स। फिर हमारे पास एक लास्ट ईयर का हमारे पास एक सक्सेसफुल केस है जिसमें कोलगेट पामोलिव, अ वेल नोन नेम, आप सब उससे काफी फैमिलियर होंगे। वहां पे भी हमने एम्प्लॉय सेंट्रल और परफॉर्मेंस एंड गोल मैनेजमेंट किया था। एंड द चैलेंज दे आर फेसिंग इज दे हैव everything is on paper and on Excel, or they can use using a Google Forms to manage some employee information or running their workflows. But after the implementation of Employee Central and Performance and Goal, they have a one platform to manage the complete information of their वर्कफोर्स। दे हैव सेल्स फोर्स, बहुत ज्यादा स्कैटर्ड वर्कफोर्स थी सेल्स की डिफरेंट डिफरेंट एरियाज में। जब हम लोग ट्रेनिंग्स करवा रहे थे तो हमें बीच में तो इतना आइडिया नहीं हुआ था उस टाइम जब हम इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे थे, बट ट्रेनिंग्स करवा रहे थे तो वी ऑब्जर्व के बहुत सारे इंटीरियर जो हमारे रूरल एरियाज है वहां से भी सेल्स टीम्स आई हुई थी। तो उसमें एड ऑन ये हुआ कि दे हैव अ टूल ऑन देयर सेलफोन, उनको लैपटॉप की जरूरत नहीं थी फील्ड में, वहां से वो लोग अपनी जितनी परफॉर्मेंस थी, डेली अचीवमेंट थी, डेली टास्क थे, उनके गोल्स थे, वो सब ट्रैक करते थे, उनकी एक्टिविटीज रिकॉर्ड करते थे। देन दे रिकॉर्ड अचीवमेंट और दोज अचीवमेंट्स आर रिफ्लेक्टेड ऑन देयर परफॉर्मेंस एंड गोल मैनेजमेंट मॉड्यूल एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर। जब उनकी परफॉर्मेंस होती थी पूरे साल की इंफॉर्मेशन उनके एक फॉर्म पे विजिबल थी। देन रिसेंटली जो पेंडेमिक की हमारे पास एक बहुत बेहतरीन एग्जांपल है, पाकिस्तान पेट्रोलियम, स्टिल वी आर इन द प्रोग्रेस, मगर इन फरवरी 2020 जस्ट बिफोर अ मंथ जब हम लॉकडाउन लगा विद इन मार्च, तो हमने यहाँ पे परफॉर्मेंस एंड गोल मैनेजमेंट का मॉड्यूल लाइव किया था। तो उसके बाद लॉकडाउन आ गया, फिर हम लोग वर्क फ्रॉम होम हम सब करते रहे, लेकिन उसमें बेनिफिट ये हुआ परफॉर्मेंस एंड गोल मैनेजमेंट का मॉड्यूल की वजह से कि उनकी जितनी वर्कफोर्स थी, इवन उनका हेड ऑफिस का स्टाफ था वो भी सब वर्क फ्रॉम होम कर रहा था। तो वहां से उनकी इस टूल ने वहां पे इतना ज्यादा हेल्प आउट किया है कि वो लोग कंटिन्यूस परफॉर्मेंस हमारा यूज करते रहे सक्सेस फैक्टर का, और उसके साथ साथ उनकी डेली प्रोग्रेस भी रिकॉर्ड होती रही। और इसी के अंदर उन्होंने विद इन द पेंडेमिक सिचुएशन जो है अपना एक परफॉर्मेंस साइकिल विद कॉम्पनसेशन साइकिल क्लोज भी कर लिया सक्सेसफुली। और उसके अंदर उनका बहुत ज्यादा इवन सीनियर, नॉर्मली गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस है, सीनियर स्टाफ में आपको पता है कि थोड़ा सा टैक्स सेवी नहीं होते, लेकिन विद द यूआई विद एवरीथिंग विद द ट्रेनिंग ऑल्सो, इसमें ट्रेनिंग ने काफी सपोर्ट किया हमें, वहाँ के एचआर डिपार्टमेंट ने काफी सपोर्ट किया। तो वहाँ की सीनियर मैनेजमेंट काफी इन्वॉल्व हुई और उन्होंने भी जितना प्रोसेस था उसमें हमें हेल्प किया और बहुत अच्छी अंडरस्टैंडिंग भी उनकी बिल्ड हो गई वो इसको क्लोज करने में। इन सब एक्सपीरियंस को लर्न करके हम लोग आप लोगों के लिए एक पैकेज लेके आए हैं। ये पैकेज हम एबिकस ऑफर कर रहा है। इसके अंदर हम लोग क्या करेंगे कि आपको एक प्री कॉन्फ़िगर्ड इंस्टेंस देंगे जिसके अंदर कुछ हमने जो लोकल प्रैक्टिसेस, पाकिस्तान प्रैक्टिसेस के अंदर हमने कुछ एक्सपीरियंस लर्न किया है और कुछ आप लोगों से 60-40% चीजें हमने लर्न की हैं, 30-40% हम आपसे कुछ फीडबैक लेंगे। तो हम एक बहुत कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव और शॉर्ट टाइमलाइंस में एक पैकेज ऑफर करेंगे अपने क्लाइंट्स को, स्पेशली द क्लाइंट्स यहाँ पे जिसने हमें ज्वाइन किया, वी हैव द लिस्ट। और हम फिर आपको मैं सेल्स की तरफ डाइवर्ट कर दूंगा, यू कैन हैव अ नेगोशिएशन एंड डिस्कशन विद देम कि आपने डेमो प्लान कराना है, विजिट प्लान करना है, और यू वांट टू हैव अ कंप्लीट एंटायर सिस्टम लुक, तो हम लोग वो कर सकते हैं और वी कैन ऑफर यू अ गुड डिस्काउंट। इसमें हमें एसएपी भी हेल्प आउट करेगा बहुत ज्यादा और हम लोग भी बहुत ज्यादा फ्लेक्सिबल रहेंगे ताकि आप लोगों को ये टूल हेल्प आउट कर सके इन सिचुएशंस के अंदर। फिर इस पैकेज के अंदर हम आपको कॉम्पिटेंसी लाइब्रेरीज, गोल लाइब्रेरीज, फिर उसके बाद देन वी आर ऑफरिंग सिंगल साइन ऑन, ठीक है, पीपीएल में वी हैव मेड इट, इन कोलगेट वी हैव मेड इट सिंगल साइन ऑन, नो नीड टू लॉग इन अगेन एंड अगेन, just as a simple cell phone so you can manage all the things। continuous performance is मॉड्यूल तो बना ही मोबाइल के अकॉर्डिंगली है। देन वी वो फिर पूरा साइकिल एंड टू एंड साइकिल हम आपको कॉन्फ़िगर कर देंगे। देन वी विल मूव टू द बजटिंग एंड कॉम्पनसेशन प्लानिंग, ठीक है। उसके बाद जो है हम आप लोगों को हेल्प आउट होगा फोरकास्टिंग में, मॉडलिंग में, फिर पे फॉर परफॉर्मेंस का जो एक कल्चर है विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम सक्सेसफुली आप उसको डेवलप कर सकेंगे। फिर इसके अलावा जो है हम लोग आपको इसके अंदर हेल्प आउट करेंगे कि किस तरह जो है आप लोग अपनी वर्कफोर्स को जितने ही आप लोग इम्प्लीमेंटेशन किए उसके अपनी वर्कफोर्स को ट्रेन करें ताकि वो उस सिस्टम को बहुत इफेक्टिवली यूज भी कर सकें। हम आपको उसमें मैनुअल्स हैं, वीडियोस हैं, वी कैन हेल्प यू आउट, क्योंकि इस सिचुएशन में जितना हम लोगों के पास बीइंग एचआर कंसल्टिंग फर्म एंड एसएपी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन पार्टनर हम लोग जितनी हमारी ऑब्जर्वेशंस रही तो कंपनी का प्रोसेस तो जाहिर सी बात है पेंडेमिक पे तो डिस्टर्ब जरूर हुए थे, लेकिन डिस्ट्रैक्टेड और वर्कफोर्स होम जब वर्क फ्रॉम होम पे एम्प्लॉइज गए तो बहुत सारी कंपनीज के पास कोई ऐसा सिस्टम एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करता था कि वो अपनी वर्कफोर्स को किसी तरह मैनेज कर सकें, क्योंकि ऑफिस में तो चलें आप देख लेंगे लेकिन कम्युनिकेशन किस तरह करेंगे, उनकी परफॉर्मेंस किस तरह करेंगे। ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद हम लोग एक अच्छी ऑफर जो आपको दे रहे हैं कि हम 2 मॉड्यूल्स हैं, परफॉर्मेंस एंड गोल मैनेजमेंट एंड देन वी हैव कॉम्पनसेशन मैनेजमेंट। सो वी रेकमेंड कि आप पहले फ्लेवर लें सिस्टम का, तो आप परफॉर्मेंस एंड गोल मैनेजमेंट मॉड्यूल से स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। यू कैन हैव बोथ और ईदर वन ऑफ देम, बट वी रेकमेंड कि अगर आप चाहते हैं कि पेंडेमिक में और इस सिचुएशन में रहते हुए आप लोग इम्प्लीमेंट भी करवा लें, हमारे साथ कम्युनिकेशन भी रहे और अब आपके एम्प्लॉयज भी ऑन बोर्ड आ जाएं, आपकी जितनी परफॉर्मेंस और इन सब चीजों को लेके जितने गोल्स और टास्क आपके वो सब आपके अलाइन हो जाएं, तो उसके अंदर वी रेकमेंड कि आप लोग जो है परफॉर्मेंस एंड गोल मैनेजमेंट पे जा सकते हैं। ठीक है, वी हैव कांटेक्ट डिटेल्स हमारे जो आज के प्रेजेंटर्स थे उन सब की, यू कैन ईमेल देम एनी ऑफ देम। अगर आप लोगों के क्वेश्चंस हैं यू कैन चैट मी, नाउ वी विल सी द क्वेश्चंस यू आर हैविंग। एनी क्वेश्चंस आप लोगों की तरफ से अगर कोई हो तो जरूर पूछ लीजिएगा। तो फिर आज के लिए हम लोग ये करते हैं कि हम लोग 60 सेकंड्स का हम लोगों ने स्केड्यूल किया था सेशन, इसके अंदर आई विल आस्क हारिस भाई इफ दे वांट टू कंट्रीब्यूट एनीथिंग। और दूसरा एक रिमाइंडर आप लोगों को देता जाऊं कि हम लोग जो है 14th ऑफ दिसंबर को वी आर हैविंग अनदर वेबिनार फॉर सक्सेस फैक्टर्स, तो इंशाल्लाह आप लोगों को भी इनविटेशंस आएंगे उसके, तो आप लोग जो है वहां पे हमें ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू फॉर योर ऑल टाइम। हारिस भाई इफ यू वांट टू ऐड समथिंग तो either we can end the session.
Yes, we can end the session, but let me add one thing here. What we have learned from our past experiences, that all of the organization, they said that, okay, we do have a unique process. We are different from the rest of the companies in the market. But in the ground reality is the 65% their requirements are the same. My point is why we give 100% implementation cost where when we do have a 65-70% requirements at the same. So by keeping this thing in mind, we designed this package, and that will be uh, good for everyone, cost effective and saving. So this is end from my side. I hope that you people have enjoyed it and learned a lot from it. बस एक बात मैं इधर इकबाल के शेर पे इख्तिताम करूंगा, निगाह बुलंद सुखन दिल नवाज जाने पुरसोस, बस यही है रख्ते सफर मीरे कारवां के लिए। तो हमारे पास जो है वो निगाह बुलंद जो है वो गोल मैनेजमेंट है, सुखन दिल नवाज हमने राइटिंग असिस्टेंट से ले लिया, अब मीरे कारवां कौन बनता है ये देख लेते हैं। चलें जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड thanks for attending this session.
Thank you
Bye
all.
from
Take
my
care.
side. Allah Hafiz.